everybody, it's Paul Neeson with the Raw Life Health Show, and I've been eating a raw food diet for a long time now, and people always ask me, how do you get your protein on a raw vegan diet? That's a common question that comes around. People say, how can we do it from just fruits and vegetables, or even nuts and seeds? Can we get enough? And is vegetable protein the same as animal protein? And there are many people in the raw food movement that will attempt to answer this question, but the answer is very simple, folks. There's many different types of foods, but every food has protein in it. Now, if it's a complete protein or not depends on the chemical makeup of the amino acids. If the food has all the essential amino acids, meaning that our body cannot produce these amino acids ourselves, we got to get them from an outside source, well, then it's a complete protein. And there are certain herbs and certain foods in the raw food vegetarian world where you can get complete proteins, but they're far and few between, and they're not ideally the best sources by themselves. But if you eat them in combination with other foods, you can assure yourself you're getting your body the protein that it needs in the most easily digestible forms. Now, one of the best foods to eat for protein is nuts and seeds. But very often in the raw food world, people overeat on nuts and eat way more than they should. Now, if you take a nut, whether it's a macadamia nut, an almond, or a walnut, or something else that comes in a very hard shell, you wouldn't be able to sit there and just eat tons and tons of nuts like the way people do. It's hard on your digestion, and if you're not soaking the nuts before you consume them, it doesn't release the enzyme inhibitors, making it even worse. But if you can get nuts and seeds and eat them the right way in the right amounts, they can be a great source of nutrients and protein to your diet. Often when I tell people to just eat nuts and seeds as their source of proteins, people will, but when I find out how much they're eating, it's no wonder why they have digestive problems. So we're going to look today at, I was at a conference or a big exhibit, and there were a lot of people there selling a lot of health foods and so on, but I found one of the leading sellers of hemp seeds. And hemp is a great, not just hemp seeds, hemp oil, and other hemp products. And hemp, if you're not familiar with it, is the marijuana plant. And in Canada, you can actually buy the whole seed, and you can actually grow the seed, and it's legal. In the United States, it's illegal. But the hemp has been used for hundreds and hundreds of years as not only a great source of food because of the wonderful amount of the essential amino acids in there, and also the essential fatty acids that are in there as well. But they've been used for other resources as well, such as materials and so on. So hemp is such an important food, seed, and just a product. But because our wonderful government outlaws it, it's just not easy to get. But we are able to get shelled hemp seeds here in the United States, and I have some right here, and we eat it often. They taste delicious, and I recommend it as a wonderful source of protein. There's also just a straight hemp protein we sell on our website. It's a protein powder. Probably, I would say, the best straight up forward protein powder out there. You don't want to go to these crazy so-called health food stores like GNC and get one of these big bottles of the protein powder. That's not going to do it. That's just going to mess up your digestive system. You want to get something like hemp seed powder or hemp seed protein powder, which we have on our website at rawlife.com. So don't worry if you're eating a raw vegan diet or thinking about going to a vegetarian diet. You can meet your protein needs by adding a good amount of hemp seeds or hemp seed protein to your diet powder. And today we're going to have John on the show talking about hemp and its wonderful uses and hemp seeds. So we're going to have John on the show right now. All right, everybody, here we are with John Rulak from Nativa. We're going to be talking about hemp, and he's a hemp man. So say hello, John.
Hi, welcome.
All right, John, why don't you introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are and what you do?
Yeah, I'm the founder of Nativa, and we're based on coconut, hemp, and chia superfoods. We're located in Southern California, in Oxnard, California, and our core mission is nourishing people and planet with organic, healthy superfoods.
Well, John, everyone always asks me on a vegetarian, vegan, raw diet, what's the best protein source they can get? And why don't you tell them why hemp seeds are the answer?
Yeah, hemp seed is a great protein source. It has all the essential amino acids. It also has a lot of the protein structure. Edison and albumin protein are higher quality proteins that you might find, let's say, in walnuts or flax or soy. So that's very positive. And to give you an idea, there's a raw runner named Tim Van Orden, and he's like 40 years old, and he runs in these races where you go up the stairway like Empire State Building. He ran like a couple months ago. He came in third, 100% raw, and his main protein source is hemp seeds.
Now, when you're eating hemp seeds as your main protein source, do you need to eat a lot more, or not necessarily?
Well, I'm a big believer in diversity, and so hemp seed is great, but I always think it's good to not focus only on one thing. So eating other nuts and seeds and even romaine lettuce is a good protein source. So I think it's good to diversify, and also besides, if you're mainly focusing, you want to get a lot of protein, I recommend hemp protein powder and hemp seeds, because hemp seeds are 44% good fats, and it's important to not get too much of the omega-6, omega-3s in your diet. So I recommend 4 to 5 tablespoons of hemp seeds, and then do 2 or 3 tablespoons of hemp protein powder. We have a new protein powder that's 50% protein and only 20% fiber.
Well, tell us a little about the difference between the seed and the actual hemp protein powder. Because
yes.
The protein powder is the seed, but is it broken down?
It's a little different, yeah. Okay, yeah, be one minute. Yeah. So the difference is, with this hemp seed, we just basically shell it, remove the hard shell, and then it's 33% protein, 45% fat. One of my favorite foods. Sprinkle on salads, soups, very easy to use. The protein powder, we crush the hemp seed for oil, and the remaining seed cake, we then mill that, and through a cold, process. And then that product is 50% protein, 20% fiber, 10% fat. So it's higher in protein, higher in protein, higher in fiber, and lower in fat than the shelled seed. So I do the combination of both.
Is one more easy digestible than the other?
They're both similar. The hemp seeds are the most universal application.
Great. If people want to learn more, tell everybody your website.
Yeah. Go to nutiva.com, nativa.com. Also, check out hemphistoryweek.com. It's a new campaign to educate people on the benefits of hemp. And this is going to be in May 2011. And here's a big field. Here's me in a field in Canada, growing, and this is all organic hemp. And if you smoke hemp, you get a headache. There's no drug quality at all to hemp.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So remember, hemp is hope, not dope.
So when you process all the hemp, it's heated under a certain temperature where it's still raw.
Yes, it's raw product, and bringing it across the border, because we shell it or crush it, we don't have to irradiate or anything. It comes across as raw product.
Last question is, how come in Canada you can get hemp in the shell, but in the United States you can't?
You have to live in a democracy if you want to grow hemp.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Anything else you want to say?
No, thanks for coming by, and just eat more organic foods and help create a healthier, more sustainable world.
Great. All right, everybody, there he was. That was John. Definitely get his products. I have all his products on my website on rawlife.com. I strongly believe in him, and I personally use them. And everything John said about hemp seeds is absolutely true. It's a wonderful food, and I definitely think you're missing something if you're trying to eat a raw food diet without having hemp seeds in your diet. So get those hemp seeds, everyone. Remember, we want to eat them, and we don't want to smoke them. And we want to enjoy ourselves, and we want to make sure our body's enjoying itself by getting the nutrients it needs. All right, everybody, this is Paul Neeson with the Raw Life Health Show saying have a great day and a great raw life.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.